Hi, this is the second YouTube presentation on Baldi on the iPhone. In the first one you saw Baldi on the iPhone. Here I'm going to try to help you try to get content into Baldi so that he can read it to you. So you get to My Library, and then there are four ways to get content: from the web, RSS feeds, files such as books, and then text, anything that's in a text format. So if we go to the web, you see your content there, and then you can add more content. And when you go to the Add Web Content page, there's actually bookmarks, so that you can go to one of your bookmarks. You can also add bookmarks. Let's go to the LA Times and see a story. Here we have a story on the healthcare reform bill. We click on that, and it's a live link, so we open it, and we see the content for this story. Now, what we want to do is get a full article view rather than looking at just one page at a time. So we click on the full article view. In the New York Times, that would be something like print the page, so that way you have all the content on one page. Now what we want to do is select that information. So as you know, the iPhone has cut and paste, but the problem is it's difficult to select all on some of the pages. So what you can do is copy and drag your finger so that you select all of the content, and then once you have all that you want, you can copy it, and then you can go to Set as Content, and then you can save that. And then you have the item in your content in your web library. Now you can also change the title of it. You can select the title that's there that says Top Stories, and then you can paste in the title that you got from the web story. And then you're done. And you save that, and now you have the healthcare content ready for Baldi to read to you. You can click play. Now, you do a similar kind of thing for the RSS feeds. When you go to the RSS feeds, there's a set of feeds there. You can add content, and you can browse the RSS feeds directory. And what you want to do is when you go to adding the RSS content, you can find a search if you don't have the RSS feeds there in your library. The one thing about the RSS feeds is when you go to a particular site you've been to before, you want to update the site so that you get the current feeds for that day. Now when we go to File, this is primarily for books. For example, you can go and browse the web for web files, and you can download them. You can go to Gutenberg, for example, and get content there. To add text files, you go down and you can get the Gutenberg books, as I said, and you can add that content. Another way to get text files is from other sources, such as your email from others or from yourself. You have to leave the application of Baldi for this, and then you go to your email. You select your email and copy it, and then you go back to add text and you paste it into the text. Now you have your content. You can say done editing, and then you can have that content there. You can also select the title and type that in. And so now we have a story on Mandela that's in your text library. So you can play Baldi, of course, in any of these, and he can read the story to you, and you can choose Mandela, and he plays that story for you. So in your library, then you have these four sets of content that you can read into Baldi. In the text file, you have, for example, phoneme words. If you want to practice the face cues, for example, you have words and how they sound. You can always go to the settings. You could vary the speaking rate. So, for example, if you wanted to practice the cues, you can slow the speaking rate down. And, of course, you can vary Baldi's emotions, and you can also illustrate the visual cues on the face or on the disc on the side. So I hope you enjoy Baldi. There's a lot there, but I hope you have some good time with Baldi on the content.